Greetings. Thank you so much for joining me for Mindful Moment Mondays. I appreciate you taking time to listen to this video and watch it on YouTube or whatever platform you're watching it from today. I am inviting you in today. My name is Erin D. Dixon. I am going to be off screen right now due to the fact that I am not having a stable Wi-Fi connection. So hopefully this recording goes through just fine. My name's Erin Dixon. I am a certified practitioner of mind-body medicine. I've held a certification since the year 2022 and have been sharing these teachings with the community and with folks at large on the internet. Um, and it is basically my favorite thing to do. So I'm really happy to offer this for folks. And thank you for joining me and listening into this. So today's practice is going to be a mindful practice. It's also a concentrative practice, which is a meditation of concentration and mindfulness. It draws in on the ability to connect with the power of our breath. In the Center for Mind Body Medicine, this practice is known as soft belly, which is a breathing technique that is basically in use for calming the overactive fight or flight mode, which is our sympathetic nervous system. And it inhibits that and it engages our parasympathetic nervous system, which is also known as the rest and digest. I also like to liken this practice as getting connected with the nurturer. So when I think of our central nervous system, I think of two things, which is the central nervous system being our central fire, and then we have our protector and we have our nurturer. So our protector and our warrior spirit is our sympathetic nervous system, which is our fight or flight mode. And it's very helpful um, in terms of sensing a threat. So if at any point we're going through our lives and we sense that there is a threat or a space may be unsafe, that's when our warrior spirit kicks in and it allows us to um, switch up the blood flow to where it stops the blood flow from the extremities and it pumps it through to the heart. So then it allows us to be able to dash, to move, and it also affects the way that our eyes as well receive light. So then our pupils change, so that way we can be able to sense and visualize any threats in our area. But as we know that if we are stuck in our warrior spirit mode, which is the sympathetic nervous system, if we just get stuck there, we can actually do a lot of damage to our bodies, because at the short burst, it's only supposed to be used for short bursts. If we're stuck in that warrior spirit mode, lots of times what can happen is a breakdown of the immune system, because the body gets pumped full of cortisol, which is a very, very helpful hormone, because what happens with cortisol, when we release that in our bodies, it helps with things like pain, it helps with things like adrenaline. But if we get stuck in that mode, the cortisol in our blood system can actually start to break down our soft tissues in our bodies, which would cause issues with our immune system. It could cause issues with our joints. And it also kind of becomes counteractive to the purpose of what it's supposed to be there for, which is to pain management, and also for survival mode. So this is going to be a practice that's going to kick in our nurturer spirit, which is the parasympathetic nervous system. And this, I like to think of it as our nurturer, like I said, and this is the space of us that can open up and allow for us to rest and digest, to be able to breathe and then allow our bodies to come back to a space of homeostasis, which is a space of balance. And that space of balance allows us to calm the nervous system, to kick out those feel-good hormones of oxytocin, which allows us to be able to bond with people. It also allows us to find a space of balance and harmony within the body. So this is going to be a practice incorporating the breath. So if you will, feel free to get comfortable in your space and do what you Allow yourself to get comfortable in your space. Allow yourself to get comfortable in your space. Find a spot for you to be able to relax. And I encourage you to have a straight spine. So if you want to lay down, that's fine. Otherwise, you can sit in the space that you're in. Just allow your spine to be straight. And we're going to go ahead and get out of that warrior spirit mode, and we're going to fall into the nurturer mode. So I invite you to get comfortable. And if you'd like to, you can certainly close your eyes. And we're going to come into the breath right now. The breath is one of our most powerful pieces of tools that we can use. It's free. You can use this at any point. And the main focus is going to be to just keep your core nice and relaxed. So allow your belly to be soft and relaxed. And I invite you to close your eyes. And in this moment, just check in with yourself. With your eyes closed, check in with your body. Feel the positioning of your knees and elbows. Notice where your hands are placed. Feel your back supported by wherever it is that you're sitting or laying. Feel the anchoring of your hips into the position you're in. And I invite you just to explore. Check in with yourself and notice if there's any aches or pains. Noticing the temperature in your body. Just take note. Just observe in this moment. And then I invite you to shift that observation to your breath. Notice if your breath is shallow or if it's deep. And just notice if you're breathing through your mouth or your nose. And notice how that breath is moving the body. Feel if it's moving your shoulders. Feel if it's moving your shoulders, breathing in and breathing out. And then I allow you to shift that awareness a little bit further and join me in alternating the breath. And this is bringing in the concentration. So you breathe in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Alternating the in-breath through the nostrils, exhaling through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Keeping your belly and your core nice and relaxed. Breathing in through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Maintaining your focus on the breath. And if you feel thoughts come, images come, let them come and let them go. Just keep your focus on the breath. Stepping the awareness in a bit further and noticing the sensation of the air in through the nostrils. And noticing the sensation of the air leaving the mouth. Keeping the focus on the breath. Finding your own rhythm here and continuing to just focus on the breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Being okay if there's any sounds or noises around you, just focus on the breath. And as you breathe in this way, keeping your focus on your breath, begin to become aware that breathing in this way is switching on your parasympathetic nervous system. By maintaining a relaxed core, you are stimulating the vagus nerve. This nerve is a wandering nerve that wanders from the belly button, behind the belly button, up the spine, past the intrinsic heart space, up to the base of the skull, sending signals to your brain center that is involved with memory and emotion. And also this wandering nerve is doing its magic behind the belly button, calming the kidneys and the adrenal glands. It's telling the body there is no threat. In this moment, you are safe enough. Continuing with your breath cycles, finding your rhythm. Just be aware that this breathing is calming your body back into a space of homeostasis. And as you breathe in this way, give permission to yourself and your body to work in a harmonious way. As you're stimulating this vagus nerve, your brain is firing off neural pathways, rerouting any fear responses, and releasing dopamine, oxytocin, calming the mind, and therefore calming the body. Inhaling in through the nose, feeling the sensation of the air through the nostrils, and exhaling through the mouth. Allowing yourself to flow with the breath. Inviting in that nurturing spirit, the rest and digest. Knowing in just this moment there is no threat, and you are safe enough. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. I invite you to check in with how the breath is moving you. The rise of the chest and the falling of the shoulders. Each breath bringing you here and now. Allowing the silent calling of the nurturing spirit to come to you. Allowing that silent calling through the breath to let the nurturer settle within. Breathing at your own pace, allow yourself the softness and the grace of having 3 more breath cycles here on your own. And as you allow your last breath to leave your lips, I invite you to bring a soft awareness again back to your body, keeping your eyes closed. Check in with yourself once again, feeling the sensation of the bend of your knees, the bend of your ankles, the anchoring of your feet onto the floor, following that awareness up again to the shins, over your knees, sliding the awareness up your legs to the hips, checking in once again up the torso, feeling the awareness wrapped around the chest and shoulders, sliding that awareness up the neck to the jaw, to the back of the head, wrapping that awareness up and over the crown of your head, over your forehead, allowing that awareness to drip down over your eyelids, over your cheeks, over your lips, back down again to the chin, to the front of the neck, the clavicle, and the chest. And allowing that awareness to settle within your heart in this moment. Becoming aware of all the beautiful work your heart is doing for you in this moment. Breathing in and out at your own pace. Feeling the awareness rest here in your heart space. The space and the place of your existence that is pumping all the life-giving blood through your body. And in this moment, I just invite you to send gratitude there to your heart with awareness of all the work your heart is doing for you. And in this moment, I invite you to just take some more breaths as you send gratitude to the heart space. Gratitude for all the work that it's doing for you in this moment. And as you send that gratitude, I invite you to allow your awareness to come back to your breath, coming back to your body and the space that you're in, the sounds around you. And just allow yourself to drift back slowly. And when you're ready, and only when you are ready, you may open your eyes. And if you need to move or stretch, feel free to do so. Thank you so much for joining me for this mindful moment practice. I hope this will carry you through the week. Thank you so much. Have a great week.